commitment to invest in science, technology, and innovation, and their readiness to implement collaborative teachings really influence the progress. Deliver better public services, provide better education, improve people basic needs fulfillment, and make some significant environmental improvement. For example, in the Pelalawan Regency, within about 1.5 years, they have increased the electrification ratio from 21% to about 60%.
So please come forward, Pak Ridwan Kamil. So we are very glad that we see our colleague, actually before become the mayor last year, he is one of our faculty members. So we are very glad that he is back to our campus. You can directly then have your space.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. My name is Ridwan Kamil. I'm a mayor of Bandung. Used to be the speaker of Artepolis also a couple years ago as a lecturer at ITB. But now I'm having a task to bring Bandung to the next level because Bandung is very unique to most of the people here. I want to share some of the dreams. The basic argument is about the human engagement. It's not all about the infrastructure, it's not all about the technology, but about the human engagement. Video. We start with video too. Bandung is a city of 2.5 million population. Daytime, we handle 3.5 million, so extra 1 million from the surrounding cities. It's a typical metropolitan. Before I start my sharing, I want you to see two videos very quick. Number one is Braga Culinary Night, because every Saturday we have a culinary festival in 30 districts in Bandung. Unfortunately, this week we don't have because still the presidential election dispute makes the security in every city big crowd gathering is forbidden. Yeah. So but starting next week we will have this festival. The reason why festival is part of our strategy to increase the index of happiness. Yeah. The weather of Bandung is very nice. It's 19 to 23 degrees Celsius all year round. So alfresco dining in Bandung is the best. Yeah. That's why we have a good weather. We set up a platform of bi-weekly festival, but not centralized only in the center of the city. We have 30 districts in Bandung, so I ordered the head of district to create a sense of creativity, to engage with publics, because by having this culinary festival, it means you bring and promote the local food managed by the local people. Yeah. So there is a local economy and there is festivity combined with food and music. Bandung, with the 2.5 million population, 60% is under 40 years old. So the city of youth. So I'm representing the youth, more or less, yeah? Because the majority of the people is under 40. So if the mayor looks like 40ish, it means I'm the majority. The second video is new release video just now. If you see the video, you will see the vibrancy of Bandung, more or less, yeah? About the history, about the architecture, about how people in this region express creativity very strong, combination of traditional and modern. Every year we receive 6 million tourists coming to the city. Second after Bali is the city of Bandung. So 6 million tourists coming to the city bring a good economy, but also give a burden to infrastructure. That's why our mission in the government in the next 5 years is upgrading the infrastructure to make sure we can handle the 3.5 million population daytime and also 6 million additional tourists every year coming to the city. Because of the weather, so nice, people love to get together in every form. Bandung is the highest number of community groups, more than 5,000 community groups in the form of hobby groups, in the form of interest group, in the form of political groups, in the form of any groups. So the blessing of the weather really creates so many good things to the sociological aspect of Bandung. That's why my mission also beyond the infrastructure is designing a collaborative city. It means it's not up to the government anymore how the future of Bandung will be pictured. Yeah, it's also up to the citizen, and we form a series of platforms to have a public engagement. Next, we are part of the urban Asia. It means, compared to the Western society, where the women are more independent and the marriage year are maybe in the later year. In Bandung, in Asia, people still produce many babies. Yeah? So it means the future of population, world population, still in Asia, including Bandung. This is my reflection, because nobody always understand how to be urban. Yeah? Being urban for me, next, number one is we have to live in density. If you don't like density, you cannot live in the city. Just live somewhere in the top of the mountain. But if you love the city, you have to deal with density, but manage density. Next. If you want to live in the city, you have to deal with intensity, but also an organized intensity. Otherwise, it's too chaotic. Next. If you want to live in the city, you have to receive the concept of anonymity. It means you have to obey the rule, regardless you are the mayor or not the mayor. You have to obey the rules. That's the anonymity, the concept of the being urban. Next. If you want to live in the city, you have to receive the value of heterogeneity. This is the problem always in the human civilization. People tend to homogenize things. Still happening in the modern era. So this is a problem. Indonesia has 700 languages, 7,000 islands. So in the foundation of Indonesia is the heterogeneity. So that's why I always give this to people. If you want to live in Bandung, please accept the value of density, the value of anonymity, the value of social intensity, and the value of activity. Next. This is a very interesting book that also inspired me that beyond the physical infrastructure, happiness is something very important. Whether we come from the developing countries or not, I think the happy society is something we are pursuing in Bandung. Next. I believe advanced society is happy society. Maybe they look not very sophisticated, but if their livelihood is happy, then I think they are advanced. Next. And this is the map of happiness. So Indonesia and Bandung are close to the most happy nations. Australia is one of the happiest country in the world. Russia, I think, the less happy. All right. But this is just a map, just to compare that there is a value beyond the economical index to measure how advanced the society is. Next. This is, I love photography. Every time I travel, I take photography. This is the photo I took, one in Shanghai, one in Paris. So I think public place is a number one. In my opinion, it's number one aspect to create a happy people. That's why I just become a mayor 10 months ago. Yeah, so in the 10 months, I upgraded 5 abandoned space into the public space. It really changed the society of Bandung very much. I just received a text from a mother saying, "Mr. Mayor, thank you for upgrading the park. After all these years, my son always asked me to go to shopping mall for weekends. But this is the first time my son asked me to spend weekend on the park that you are upgrading." So that simple text is really what we are pursuing. Yeah? Happy people engage in public space. Next. I believe in sustainable development. In the history of Indonesia, we were focusing too much on the economic side of development, forgetting or making the ecology and the social is number 1 and number 2 and number 3. So in Bandung, we want to make it everything balanced. That's why economy is very important, of course, for us in developing country, but not to forget the other sides. Yeah? Responsibility to profit, of course, but we have to also responsibility to planet and responsibility to people. Next. This is what we have. 60% under 40. This is a student wearing a local Sundanese headscarf every Wednesday. Because my mission is Bandung people has to be global competence, but also rooted in the local culture. That's very important. Next. Next. So this is more or less about Bandung. Because the weather is nice, people love to study here. That's why in the history of Bandung, 200 years of Bandung, we have more than 80 higher institutions. So all over Indonesia come to Bandung to study. Next. But yeah, because the weather is nice, people are coming. 6 million tourists, 80% local, and then 80% always bring private cars to Bandung. That's why my headache is always weekend. I told my staff in the city of government of Bandung, your priority is weekend. Yeah. You can take a break on Monday, but you cannot take a break on Saturday, especially on Sunday, because millions of cars coming every year. So that's why we are preparing the bid for monorail, for cable car, for tourist bus, and so on. Next. This is just overview of Bandung. Geologically surrounded by hills. So there is no such thing as peripheral base view in Bandung, because you see to the east is a mountain, you see to the west also a mountain, you see to the south also a mountain, you see to the north also a mountain. So 360 degrees is all nice mountains. Next. Bandung before was number 4 in terms of collection of Art Deco buildings. But because of the greedy of some private sector, they demolished many Art Deco buildings. So in my administration, we just set up that no old building can be demolished without permit. Yeah? And new building within the heritage area must be designed in relation to the Art Deco architecture. It's a mandatory. So you can build like a Dubai-like architecture, okay, but not in the heritage area. You go like Paris, you have La Défense, you have Old City. So Bandung also do the same. Heritage area, like this area, must have a relation architecturally contextual to Art Deco heavy architecture. If you have to build like Dubai-like architecture, go to the east or western of Bandung. Cepat aja. Festivity, because the weather is nice. Next. I'm happy to say the month of February we were voted number 1 for culinary destination in Indonesia. So my tips to you in Bandung, do not diet when you're in Bandung. Just lose yourself eating anything. 60% of young people creating a creative economy. This is a feature in the Monocle magazine, featuring Bandung young people making movies, making ceramics businesses, making architecture design and so on. Next. Next. This is our motto. Our city is not government responsibility, but the motto is our city is your responsibility, is our responsibility. Next. So I translate this collaborative into 5 engagements. This is related to the engagement. Number 1, engagement with academia, with ITB and the other 80 institutions. Engagement with business, institutions, community and people. Next. This is an example, engagement with community. Because the community love Bandung so much, they somehow create a series of activities that somehow they look like the government itself, because they handle the issue of entrepreneurship, urban planning, and other issues. But they are NGOs. Next. This is an example of Creative Campus, a series of urban slums converted into a destination, but managed by community, not by government. Next. This is in the same area. We have a photography exhibition, not in the fancy gallery, but in the alley of slums area. So it means aesthetics, beauty can be also part of daily crowd, not only consumed by elites or middle class or middle upper class of society in Bandung. Next. This is community engagement, bringing the bike sharing. Now, it was my initiative before I became a mayor. Now I'm preparing this bike sharing to become a city policy. We are preparing next year to be a Paris-like, New York-like bike sharing next. Urban farming movement by community next. This is urban farming. Also, I was a founder of urban farming of Indonesia. But since now I became a mayor, I make it to urban farming a city policy. So come to Bandung in the next 2 years. Every time you go, you will see people harvesting a series of vegetables in the rooftop, in the wall, any form of urban farming. We were awarded by Google in 2011 because we're spreading this urban farming movement by Twitter, by YouTube, so people inspire. In the 2 cities, in the first one, in the next 2 years, expanded into 30 cities. Next. This is a community engagement. Red Fest means community who handle the security, street security. Next. Now engagement with people. I built this music park, but I said to people, to young people, hey, you wanna have a music park? Pay your own park. So we invite all people to pay their own park. So it's part of the sense of belonging. By doing this, people will have a sense of belonging and they feel very bad if they litter or make the park not very nice. Next. Another engagement with community. Next. This is a bioporic campaign. Next. This is a beautiful thing. A grandmother wants to engage in our flood fighting campaign. We have floods in Bandung. One of the solutions is create holes, 1 meter deep, 20 centimeters in diameter. 10,000 people of Bandung in 1 week engaged with this movement, including this 60-year-old grandma. Next. This is with institution, with the police force. I asked the police force to be creative, so the police answered by having one village, one police kind of. So it means one village, one police campaign. Yeah. Next. With military also we have collaborations because Bandung is the city of military and they have nothing to do because there is no war. So I said to the military, because there is no war in Indonesia, mine just do something useful and busy, cleaning up the street, cleaning up the river and so on. So the military are happy because they are busy doing something. With businesses, homelessness we converted into street sweepers. So the business paid the homeless to clean up the street of Bandung. Next. This is also with the government. In Bandung, every Monday and every Thursday, free bus for students. And it was paid by the business person, not by the government money. This one also a beautiful photo. In slum area, we buy a land in a project called One Village, One Playground. Because in slum area, mostly they don't have a place to play. The land bought again by the private sector, donated to community, converted into creative center. This is a good example. Before it's a criminal slum, now more become creative place. I recommend you to visit if you have time. Next. This is also again under the bridge, abandoned site become a football pit. Yeah. This is a Manchester United player, Eric Bannister, opening our engagement in business to City of Bandung. Okay, last 2 minutes. Business engagement with Telkomsel, a telecom company. In Bandung, we have free Wi-Fi everywhere, free internet support. I received a text also from a student. Before from the mother, the student said, "Mr. Mayor, thank you for the free internet Wi-Fi. Now I can finish my thesis in the park." Because inside their home they don't have Wi-Fi. So now they're finishing all the thesis somewhere in the park of Bandung. Next. In 2015, next year, we are preparing to have 150 apps for smartphone. So if you want to check the route for public transportation, if you want to check what's happening in the park of Bandung, if you want to check anything related to public service, you have the apps. Yeah, because the Bandung people are very smart to do that. Last part is this one. We create the Index of Happiness project. Next. Okay. Super. This is Bandung Happy Days. Monday free bus day, Tuesday no smoking day, Wednesday is Sundanese day, Thursday is English day, Friday is the biking day, Saturday is festival day. That's Bandung Fun Days. Next. Terus aja cepat. Terus. This is an example, abandoned space converted into a very simple park. We call it single park because so many single in Bandung. We call it jomblo in local language. So I provide a single. If they are sad in the home, might as well you go together with the group of singles. Yeah? Who knows they get engaged. Photography park. Next. Saya kira itu ya pada waktu mungkin. Tapi intinya that's more or less what we call collaborative city. The future of Bandung is a combination of aspiration of people. We give a space for them to express their aspiration. What I do is managing these resources of creativity and sociological value of Bandung to become more or less a happy city of Indonesia. I know Bandung still have a problem of public transportation and so on. So we combine this big physical project also with the intangible project of Bandung. Thank you for the...
First of all, I'm very inspired by all the speakers also.
And while listening, I keep thinking to do something beyond the conference. Yeah. I think I will challenge all the people in the room. What if we can also do the same like in Mexico, to have an urban laboratory? I have money but no human resources. You have human resources and knowledge but maybe don't have money. Yeah? So we can combine. It's open not only to Indonesians, but if you want to experiment what urban experiment, you can use Bandung. You got my political will. If you have an experiment about idea of space or collaborative with technology, anything related to make our urban future is really something within our reach, I think I would love to do that one. I have 4 years and 2 months in my political time, so I might use this very short time, since I'm an architect, become a mayor. More or less, we have the same page, we have the same frequency, we have the same motion. But I'm very limited within my human resources in the government side to do the imagination, to use some sort of ideas or brainstorming about the cities. So I think I would love it. Maybe if I may, I give you 2 months, yeah, to formulate the team. Maybe the B team, not the A team. B team stands for Bandung team. Yeah, we form the B team, and hopefully after this urban laboratory group established, we can start something real. So in next year, in the next following 5 years, we come again and maybe sharing all the good news and new projects. So this is my political will offer to you. And also, I think on behalf of the late Mas Tata, Ahmad Rida Sumadi, who passed away recently, on behalf of him, to honor him, also I think his dream is to make this Artepolis not only a form of exchange ideas, but somehow moving to the next step of become a reality, implementing in the urban experimentation. So on behalf of the people of Bandung, I need this BG also to honor Mr. Tata Sumadi. Also, I think this is also very important. So I think that will be more or less my hope and sincere request to you all, the member of Artepolis Conference. Thank you.
So we can give big applause to the offer, because it was challenging, and we could learn from Mexico, and we already made some notification by Professor Silva about the problems and the future of our cities. And it's also remarks from Pak Nathan about the strategy and the policy of the national government. So the opportunity is there, so it depends on us how could we respond to all of the examples and precedents what is presented here. So for that, we give a big applause for all, once more for all of the presenters. And hopefully after this, we will come again and show what's the implementation of all of the ideas that we got here. Thank you once more for the session. I give it to the organizer.
Thank you for all the speakers. Now we would like to invite all the keynote speakers to receive the certificate and small tokens of appreciation from Dr. Agustinus Adip Abadi, Head of Architecture Department of ITB. Bapak Adip, please come forward.
Mr. Mayor, maybe you could show us the souvenir because it's quite interesting. This is the replica of this building. So maybe to show the audience. Yeah. Thank you and see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now head to the lunch and prayer break. After the lunch break, the parallel sessions will start at 1:30 p.m. at the respective rooms. Please check your program book to see the full schedule to the parallel sessions. There is some revision on parallel session.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, cheese, yeah, say cheese. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, once again, 1, 2, 3,
Jempolnya ke atas dong, Bu. Oke. Oh iya, nggak bisa.
Punya kelompok pemikir kota, namanya macam-macam. Ada urban laboratory, ada macam-macam lah ya. Isinya adalah orang-orang pinter yang cerdas di kotanya, kerjanya hanya ngasih ide aja. Nah, inspirasi itu yang tadi saya tawarkan ke kelompok ini. Bisa nggak di kota Bandung, kita ada kelompok pemikir ya, namanya think tank yang kerjanya memberikan ide-ide segar. Kan selama ini kan selalu ada ide baru dari wali kota ya. Kan terbatas juga imajinasi wali kota kan gitu ya. Tapi kalau ide-ide baru itu datang dari orang-orang yang lintas disiplin dengan ide-ide besar jangka panjang dan ide-ide yang bisa direalisasikan, itu yang saya tawarkan. Mudah-mudahan dalam 2 bulan lahir yang namanya B-Team. B-Team
Akademisi, Pak. B-Team itu?
Bandung Team. Nanti E-Team kan udah ada filmnya.
Ya.
B-Team itu aja.
Akademisi.
Enggak, kombinasi akademisi dan profesional juga. Sehingga nggak muluk-muluk tapi realistis juga.
Dalam 2 bulan, Pak. Targetnya apa, Pak?
Targetnya kan Bandung butuh ide. Bandung kan harus identik dengan inovasi.
Itu lebih ke arah arsitektur atau
Enggak, apa aja.
apa aja, Pak?
Ini menunjukkan kolaborasi di Bandung memang sangat maksimal karena memberi ruang pada warga, khususnya warga yang pemikir untuk menyumbangkan gagasan-gagasan.